What's up everybody, Bradley here with Everyday Outdoors, and today I'm going to be talking about all the gear I'm bringing and not bringing into the spring turkey woods this season. Alright, so I actually did this video last year, like twice. No, I take that back. I did it once last year and once the year before, so this is kind of an annual thing that we're going to be doing now. Because my setup's always changing year to year. I see what works, what doesn't work. I get new products, try them out, you know how it goes. So if you want to see what I bring in my turkey vest, that actually hasn't changed. So you can go to the link down below and I will include a link to that so you can go see that video. And that's basically where I just did a turkey vest dump and showed all of the little accessories and calls that I bring into the woods. And the reason that hasn't changed is because I'm using pretty much all Woodhaven calls, a couple of Primos calls, mostly Woodhaven, and that hasn't really changed. So you can go check out that video to see what I bring into the woods with me in my turkey vest. Now, besides the turkey vest, the things that I'll still be bringing that I brought last year is obviously decoys, the pop-up line, which is something I wanted to talk about again. So, as you guys know, I've made several videos about it, but the Primos Dumpable pop-up blind, that thing I will definitely be taking without a doubt. That is by far my favorite piece of turkey hunting equipment. Like, besides the gun that I have to bring into the woods with me to kill the bird, I love bringing that thing. It's lightweight, super practical, it's just instant concealment. Like, you pop that thing up, you're good to go. Love that thing. And obviously I'll still be bringing that. But I am going to be trying to thin out the weight just a little bit, because something I kind of struggled with last season was bringing so much crap with me into the woods that it was just a chore going in and out. I did some public land stuff with Sam last year, and just bringing a whole bunch of gear sucks when you're carrying it all. So is what my setup for decoys consisted of last year was taking a hen, a jake, and a strutter. I had the Primos Killer Bee and Chicken on a Stick for my strutter, and I kind of switched between the two depending on what I felt like taking. And then I had the Gobstopper Hen and Gobstopper Jake, and then sometimes I would just take the Gobstopper Hen and Gobstopper Jake and not worry about a strutter. So I'm going to try to thin it out a little more this year, maybe just bring the hen, because whenever I bring more than one, I have to bring that whole, giant non-ergonomic mesh bag that they include. And I mean, they're great decoys and stuff, but like, it's just so much weight, it's so bulky. And then I'm going to keep trying to thin out weight as much as possible, maybe drop a couple calls for my vest, because I probably don't need 2 box calls, 4 slate calls, and about 10 different mouth calls. When at the end of the day, you're only going to need 1 or 2 of those anyways. So I'm going to try to thin out the weight a little bit. And it's not just for the sake of convenience when I'm gallivanting around the spring woods trying to kill a bird, and so it's lighter. That's one reason, but another reason is the camera setup is the #1 thing that's changing, and the new way I'm doing the camera is going to be a lot heavier and a lot more difficult to carry around, which is the main reason I'm making these changes. So I'm slimming down on the hunting equipment to make room for the camera equipment. So the camera setup I had last year, I actually have right here, and I'll show it to you guys. And I think I did a video on this. I'm not sure though. I know I did a video about filming hunts, but I don't think I talked about my setup. So my main setup consisted of this right here, Canon T6i, not with this lens. I had a Tamron 18-400 lens, which is the lens I'm shooting on right now, and I love that lens. It is phenomenal. So I had that lens, this camera, had it on my Camo tripod, which is in the closet right now. And I'd have this as my A camera, so I would film my interviews with this, film B-roll with this, and then I'd have this on the turkey. And then for my B camera, I had this here GoPro Hero 6 with a little clip mount. So So what I would usually do is clip this on the inside of the Primos pop-up blind, and I just have it tilted up. It'd be pointed towards me, so I had two angles. I had one on the turkey, one on me, and then I could just reach up, hit the button, forget about it. Super easy and convenient, and I'm probably still going to do this a little bit whenever I'm filming by myself, because it's so much easier to have this as a B camera than have this as a B camera, because I have a new A camera, which is what I'm shooting on right now. So basically is what my camera setup is going to be this year is the new camera, which I will show you all in a minute, but I'm shooting on it right now, so obviously I can't. But the new camera will be what I take every single time I go in the woods, whether I'm filming by myself or filming someone else, because the new camera is able to shoot 120 frames, and if you don't know what that means, it's basically able to shoot like really good slow motion, because everybody wants to see a turkey get its head blown off in slow motion. So that's why I'm going to be bringing the new camera with me every single time, and then probably using the GoPro as a B camera whenever I'm filming myself, because carrying this giant camera and the other giant camera on two separate tripods into the woods, and my gun and decoys and all that stuff, just wouldn't be practical, because these are two, you know, all manual cameras that I'm gonna have to set up separately. I'm gonna have one camera on me, one camera on the turkey, and like it just adds so much more time. So I might try it once just to see, but most likely I'm not gonna do that. Is when I am going to do this is when I'm filming somebody else. So I plan on taking somebody on youth season. I might take Josh again like I took last year, or I'll just go with Sam, and he's got a bunch of little brothers. I think he might be taking Judah again this year like he took him last year. Whenever I'm filming their turkey hunt, I will be taking this camera on the tripod, the new camera on a tripod, so that way I can, you know, all I'll be taking at that point is just cameras. I'm not gonna have my turkey vest, gun, decoys, none of that. So I'll be able to set this one up on the Hunter, have a super good quality B camera on them, and then have the new camera that I'm able to film B-roll and the actual hunt with, and have it on the animal. And like I said before, the reason I want to do that is because the new camera can shoot slow motion and this one cannot. So it is going to be a game changer. And this is all kind of subject to change. Like once I get out there and start filming and start hunting this season, I'll probably change it depending on what I see needs to be changed. Alright, I'm going to switch over to the Canon T6i so I can show you all the new camera that we are going to be filming with this season. Alright, I just switched back to the Canon T6i, and now I'm going to show you all the new camera rig. And here she is. This is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. I've got it all rigged out right now. I got the monitor. I'm shooting on the SanDisk SSD because I'm too cheap for CFast cards, and these get the job done just fine. As I said before, I've got the Tamron 18-400 on here. I've got a V-mount battery on the back because this thing eats power like crazy. And yeah, this is the new rig I'm going to be shooting with this turkey season. And in case you guys were wondering, no, I did not get this camera just for doing YouTube videos. I would have gotten something a lot lighter and a lot more practical. As some of you guys know, I actually do freelance work, and I have kind of my own production company that I do on the side. It's called Everyday Films, so if you've seen some of my work and you like it and you want some videos made, be sure to go down the link below so we can work together. So I'm probably gonna try to slim this down a little bit. This thing is gigantic and heavy. So I haven't quite figured out what I'm gonna do for the rig yet, because like I said, it's a little big and bulky to be running around the woods with. But if I'm filming somebody else, then I don't have a problem with that, because I'm not gonna be carrying all my hunting gear, so the extra weight won't be a hassle. And like I said before, this shoots 1080p in 120 frames a second, so we'll be able to get that really nice slow motion kill shot whenever we are out in the woods. And besides that, this thing does all kinds of crazy stuff like shooting RAW, ProRes, tons of dynamic range. So, not to get too far into specifics, in other words, our turkey season this year is going to look like a National Geographic documentary with this thing right here. So yeah, honestly at this point, I don't know what I'm more excited for, killing a bird or going out and getting some kill shots with this thing right here. Alright, just switched back to the Blackmagic. Let me know in the comments below if you can tell like a big quality difference, because I want to know if if I did all this for nothing, if you all can actually tell the difference or not. Alright everybody, that's all I've got for now. Be sure to let me know down in the comments below what your guys' setup is going to be this year. If you have any questions or comments about my setup, whatever you guys are doing, if you're filming your hunts, whatever you're bringing in the woods, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed Everyday Outdoors. Until next time, God bless.